Hi everyone, welcome to GRS Academy. This is Ankit Reddy, your geography faculty. So as you know that at GR Academy we are giving you the demo lectures based on the NCERTs, right? So as part of that, so we have done couple of videos related to the previous topics, right? And the present video we are going to deal with the hot wet equatorial type of climate. This is the very important topic and favorite topic for UPSC, and around 3 to 4 questions, 4 to 5 questions are framed from this just one topic, that is equatorial climate. Okay, so you know that the equator receives the direct rays of the sun. That means the sun rays will directly fall on equator, and as you move towards the poles, the vertical rays of the sun, the rays of the sun are oblique, not direct. So where you can see direct region is equator region, in between tropic, that region only receives direct rays, and as you move towards the poles it decreases. Why? Because I already told you that the earth is geoid in shape, which is flat at poles and bulge at the equator, so the direct rays fall on equator, and because of this what happens, the equatorial region, this thing, the region, the green marked region is the equatorial region which experiences the equatorial type of climate. So this region receives the direct rays of the sun. Now what happens, a particular region receives the direct rays of the sun, temperatures will be high. Okay, so what happens when temperatures are high? What happens when the temperatures are high? When temperatures are high, the air in that region will become hot. Yes or no? The surface become hot, and because of that the air will become hot. So when air becomes hot, it expands. Either it may be liquid or gas. When you heat it, it expands. Yes or no? So if you heat a ball of water, what happens? It overflows. So air also expands. So when it is hot, it expands. Okay. So when it expands, if there is moisture in it, it fills moisture into that. Okay. So the hot air fills moisture into that. Okay. So hot air fills moisture into that. And you know that the hot air is lighter. Okay, so if the air is dense, if the air is cold, the air will be denser, so weight will be more. If air is cold, what happens? Air becomes dense, and heavy weight means it comes down. And when air is hot, it expands, it becomes lighter, and it starts to move towards upwards. Okay, so same thing is happening at the equator region. Since the equator region receives the direct rays of the sun, the surface becomes hot and the air above it becomes hot. So if there is a moisture, what happens? The hot air is a good carrier of moisture, and it starts to go up, and when moisture goes up, what happens? Clouds form and give rainfall, and such type of rainfall is called convectional rainfall. Such kind of rainfall is called convectional rainfall. So equator receives receives the high temperatures throughout the high temperatures throughout the year. So every day is same. So it will not have any seasons. Every day there is rainfall. What happens? Day starts with bright sunny day. Because of the high temperature, what happens? The air becomes humid. Humid means the presence of water vapor in the air is called humid. So air becomes humid, it rises up, and evening 4 to 5, what happens? In the evenings, rain falls. Okay, this is a common feature in where? Equatorial climate. Why equatorial region experience this type of climate? Because of direct rays of the sun. So temperatures are high, air becomes humid with the moisture, goes up and gives rainfall, conventional type of rainfall. So in which type of climate you can see everyday rainfall? Equator. And are there any seasons in the equator? No. Every day what you can see is high temperatures. Temperatures are in every month you can see June, Feb, March, April. Every month temperatures are same, and every month there is rainfall. You can see the violet color is red. Every month there is no rainfall. So there is no cold and warm month, and there is no day. Almost in 365 days, 300 and 320 days, you can see the rainfall. Okay, and since there is good amount of rainfall, what happens? Every day there is rainfall. So can I say that it helps for growth of forest? Good amount of sunlight and as well as rain. So because of that you can see the wide varieties of trees. okay, in this region. So most common trees are the ebony, mahogany, rosewood. These are the most common of trees. And you can see herbs, shrubs, short trees and dense canopy. Why you see dense canopy in this region? Since the trees go tall, the branches are big, so because of that it creates a shadow, canopy kind of thing, okay. And you can see that trees are very tall. Why trees are very tall? Because of the competition for sunlight. Since there is canopy, no sunlight, right? So trees has to go tall. And then you can also find certain trees which grows on other trees. It is called epiheights. Trees goes on another tree. On one tree, other trees grows. This is called epiheights. So what you see in the equatorial region is everyday rainfall. Day starts with bright sunny day. Okay, because of this high temperatures, what happens? Air becomes hot, humid, goes up, gives rainfall in the evenings. And because of everyday rainfall, you can see the lush green vegetation, thick dense forest and canopy, tall trees. This region, and trees are very high. Okay. So where do you find this equatorial climate in the world? So do you know the lungs of the world? Which place is called the lungs of the world? Amazon forest is called lungs of the world. Okay. Amazon region comes under equatorial region. Next, the Congo basin. The Congo basin of Africa is also comes under equatorial region. And the Malaysian region. Okay, Singapore, Malaysian region. Indonesia, Bali, Sumatra, these islands, all this comes under equatorial region. What are they? The Amazon rainforest, the African Congo basin, the Indonesian region, Malaysian region. What you find is dense forest. So that's why people go for tourism here, right? Bali, these countries and all. So dense forest. Since this region is densely forested areas, and you can see wide varieties of trees in this region. Ebony, mahogany, rosewood are most common of trees. But there are other trees varieties also you can find in this region. Okay. Now, coming to the life in this region, trees are luxurious. Yes, you can see the tall trees in this region. Okay, tall trees and thick, dense canopy in this region. Okay, but the problem with this region is that since wide varieties of trees grow in dense region, if you want to cut one particular type of tree, is it possible? No, because other variety of trees that grows in that region. So it is not good for lumbering. That means it's not good for timber. Next thing, since this region is, you can see everyday rainfall, humid climate is suitable for growth of viral diseases. Okay, malaria, yellow fever. So that's why you also see the kind of Zika virus, Ebola virus. This can be in the Congo basin and as well as the Amazon basin. Okay, so climate and health is not suitable for human beings to live. So the density of population is less, and forest area population is very low. Okay, so that's why in this region, you can see is the pygmies in the Congo region. Okay, the orangs in Malaysian region. So these kind of people live in this region. Okay, tribal people, Orang Aslis here and Red Indians in the Amazon basin. So tribal people live in this region. So it was in the British period, you know that British tried to occupy these countries and colonize them, and what they have found is this region is suitable for the growth of rubber. Okay, coconut, sugarcane, tea, tobacco. So that's why they started to cultivate in the late 18th and 19th century. They started to cultivate in this region. Okay. And coming to the agriculture in this region, soil here is not nutrient. Soil in this region is not nutrient. So you may get a doubt, sir, this region is getting good amount of sunlight, rainwater, but why soil is not nutrient? Why it is not suitable for good amount of cultivation? The reason is, yes, there is sunlight, there is rainfall, right? And there is also trees. What happens when leaves fall? These leaves form into organic matter. You know this, right? Leaves are very good amount of organic matter. Now, organic matter is good for soil. But because of the humid climatic conditions, the organic matter decomposes fast. It decomposes fast. So that's why the soil is lack of nutrient. Getting my point? Actually, the tree leaves, what we fall in the soil, is good for the soil. But because of the humid conditions, every time there is hot and humid, there is vapor. So the decomposition of this organic matter takes place fast. As a result, soil loses its nutrients. Soil loses its nutrient. Understood? This is about the equatorial type of climate, and in Go Chilong book, one of the standard books, in this chapter, one specific chapter deals with this equatorial type of climate. Now let us see the previous year questions on this topic. Right, so recent 2023 prelims question. Okay, pause this video, try to answer this, and I will give you the explanation. Right, so consider the following statements. Prelims 2023 question. Statement: the soil in tropical rainforest. So equatorial region, what type of forest you see is tropical rainforest. So the soil in tropical rainforest is rich in nutrients. This is statement 1. Next, the high temperature and moisture of the tropical rainforest cause dead organic matter in the soil to decompose quickly. So he is given two statements here. First statement, you have to say, is it true or false? Does the soil in tropical rainforest is rich in nutrients? No, it is not rich in nutrients. The statement 1 is wrong. Now why it is not rich in nutrients? Because the region is humid region. It has good high temperatures and moisture, and because of the zins, the organic matter decomposes fast. Okay, so he says that this because of this decomposition quickly. So is this statement correct? Yes. So what we can choose is here is statement 1 is incorrect, but statement 2 is correct. Had is it given, if he has given that the soil in tropical region lack low in nutrients, then the both statement would have corrected, and this will be the correct explanation. But here he is given rich. So tropical rainforest soil is not rich, it is lack in nutrients. Why it is lack nutrients? Because of the high temperature and moisture, the organic matter decomposes fast, and because of this it is lack of nutrients. Okay, so 2023 prelims question. See, similar question they have asked couple of times also. Okay. Statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. D is the answer. Right, next. Now read this question. Next question. Pause the video, try to answer, and then leaf litter. Leaf litter means leaves which die decomposes faster than in any other biome. Then biome means the type of ecosystem what you see. Biome, and as a result the soil surfaces is often almost bare. Okay, what is saying today? Leaf litter decomposes fast than in any other biome. In which region that the leaf decomposes fast? Equatorial region, right? We know this. Now let us, by the first statement we have understood, but let us read the other part also. Apart from the trees, the vegetation is largely composed of plant forms that reach up to the canopy vicariously, and by climbing the trees are growing as epiphytes rooted on the upper branches of the trees. So this is mostly the description of which type of forest? Equatorial type of climate is also called as tropical rainforest. So is what is trying in the statement that leaf litters easily, trees go tall, they have canopies, and trees, on one tree another tree grows, it is called epiphytes. So description is suitable for rainforest. So you can see it is 2021 prelims question, this is 2023 prelims question, both are same. Both are same, right? So if you prepared well for the previous year PYQs, this is why it's important. If you go through PYQs, it will help to solve next upcoming year questions. Both will be same, but with changed concept. Just now we have also seen in one video that related to June 21st, second month. Same question, only content is different. Exactly, same thing. Next, one more question, 2016 prelims. Each day is more or less the same. The morning is clear and bright with a sea breeze. Morning is what is saying that each day is same. That means all 365 days are same. Morning is clear and bright with sea breeze. As the sun climbs high in the sky, when the sun comes to the high end climb, heat mounts up. Dark clouds form, then rain comes with thunder and lightning, but the rain is soon over. Which type of the flowing region is described in the above passage? Day is bright, slowly the surface gets heated up, the air becomes heat, it gets humid, goes up, forms clouds, give 4 o'clock rainfall, then soon the clouds are gone. Then what type of climate it is? Equatorial climate. Equatorial climate. Getting my point? So answer is equatorial. See, same topic, repeatedly they are asking the question.
In different ways.
In different ways. Okay, right. Once again, one more question. 2013-14 prelims question, same question. Once again, see, which of the following is our unique characteristics of equatorial forest? 2013 prelims question. What are the characteristics of equatorial type of climate? Presence of tall trees, yes. Closely trees. Canopy, true. First statement is correct. Next, coexistence of large number of species. Tree, you can find varied varieties of tree species here, right? So that's why it's not good for lumbering. Next, presence of numerous variety of epiphytes. What are epiphytes? The trees which grow on other trees. Okay. So all are three are correct. So in the equatorial region you find, yes, because of everyday rainfall and because of the competition of sunlight, trees go tall, forming thick canopy, and trees grows on other trees. This is called epiphytes. And since wide varieties of trees are seen here, so what are species? Species means varieties. So you find wide varieties. So it is, these regions are also known for good biodiversity, both for flora and fauna. Okay, answer is 1, 2, 3. So hope you understood. So this is how UPSC keep on touch the same topic, but it puts the question in different way. So that is why it is very important to understand, study the PYQs. Okay. So at GR Academy will provide you the PYC questions with good explanation, so that if the question repeats in the next upcoming prelims, it is easy to understand. And at the same time, we also cover all the basic fundamentals of NCERT, so that you can score good marks in prelims and get selected into mains. Okay. Thank you. We'll come up with the next video.